Fast am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Tonight's show starts with a track from that fantastic album Strands by the amazing pianist Amy Lawrenson. This is For Phil Sketts. Well, that was splendid, wasn't it? Next up, Bert Jansch from his album The Black Swan, And this track also features Beth Orton and Devendra Banhart. Do you remember him? He's quite a thing probably about 20 years ago. This is Katie Cruel.
When I first came to town, you called me the rolling June. Now they changed their tune, call me Katie Cruel. Through the woods I'm going, through the boggy mine, straight down the road till I come to my heart's desire. If I was where I would be, then I'd be where I am now. Here I am where I must be, where I would be, I cannot. When I first came to town, bought me drinks plenty. Now they changed their tune, hand me the bottle empty. If I was where I would be, then I'd be where I am now. Here I am where I must be, where I would be, I cannot.
It's Blues Club down at the Railway this Wednesday coming. The Big Wheel Blues Band, as usual, will be the house band. I think we're expecting Stalking Heads and a new lineup called Blues Appropriated. So it's going to be a busy night. To get us in the mood, here's the Peter Green Splinter Group. This is a lineup that formed in the late 90s and early 2000s. And this is their version of I'm a Steady Rollin' Man.
I'm a steady rolling man. I roll both night and day. I'm a steady rolling man, and I roll both night and day. But I haven't got no sweet woman, yeah, boy, to be rolling this away. I'm the man that rolls when icicles is hanging on the tree. I'm the man that rolls when icicles hanging on the tree. And now you hear me howling, baby, down on my bended knee. I'm a hard-working man, have been for many years, I know. kiss him one time. Ooh, you can't give me a sweet woman everything she wants at one time. But boy, she gets rambling in her brain. Some of the men on her mind. I'm a steady rolling man. I roll both night and day. I'm a steady rolling man, and I roll both night and day. Well, I don't have no sweet woman, boy, to be rolling this away.
So yes, Blues Club is on Wednesday night. Of course, the usual trad session in O'Donnell's will also be on Wednesday night. There'll be the trad session in the Mitre in Ramsey on Friday night. The Sunday afternoon session, I think, will be the Learners session in the Woodburn. I don't think that starts till about 4 o'clock or so. And there'll be the Folk Club at the Buffs Club in Ramsey on Thursday evening. I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time, as I'm away for a few days, so I might have missed something. Don't forget, you can always email me about anything that's happening on the island in terms of folk and roots music. That's folkshow@manxradio.com, and I'll let everyone know about your event. Now let's have another track from Beth Malcolm's album Folkmosis. This is the track called Come Gears a Sang.
Come geese a sang, they asked the poet. O'er the water crossed the muir. Tell her joys and tell her woe. And it sings a bonny o. The poet waved his pen aloft. O'er the water crossed the muir. My heart's too cleat for the common trough. And it sings a bonny o. What fame is there for one like me? O'er the water crossed the muir. Reciting poor folks' history. And it sings a bonny o. There's precious little wealth or glory and telling common people's story. And it sings about you. The people turned into the rain to sing their passion and their pain. A sang they asked the macker. Tell her story where your craft. The macker travelled through the land, Pentland first is always strand. Through the lowlands and the highlands, for the border to the northern isles. He's gone for stone away to Brechin. maker's words. And the poet's work lies in a book where nobody but scholars look. But still the maker's song is sung. His words are pure to everyone. And the poet's work lies in a book where nobody but scholars look. But still the maker's song is sung. His words are pure to everyone.
That album, Folkmosis, released by Beth Malcolm towards the end of last year, is a really interesting piece of work. Let's revisit another album from last year, Woodland by Gillian Welch and David Rawlings. This is Howdy Howdy.
Tell me, what did the blackbird say to the crow? Dry your eyes, don't you cry, ain't gonna rain no more. Man on the levee, dry weed in the field, and pretty soon you hear the tune of the threshing wheel. Tell me, what did the moonlight ask the willow tree? Tell me, who is more blue, is you or me? We've been together since the dawn of when, and the best parts are one starts and the other Tell me, what did the riddle say to the song? The devil, he's blowing reveille, and we ain't got long. Let's play the spider with the baby, oh. Last time, last try, one more for the road.
Now, of course, earlier this year, it was Celtic Connections up in Glasgow. Many great Manx musicians were playing up there. There was McClear featuring Adam Rhodes, Thomas Collister and Dave Kilgallen. There was Trip featuring Isla Collister. Something from them later in the show. Elizabeth Davidson Blythe and Daniel Quayle were playing. I know a good number of people travelled up to enjoy the music too. Our good friend Tony Hewson was up there, and he was looking forward to seeing Gnoss. That's Gnoss, who are a favourite band of his. Here's a track by them, The River, from their album The Light of the Moon.
There's a girl I wish I knew better. It spends the spring growing sunflowers. Summer comes, she gives them away. No, she can always grow them back again. There's a conversation she's tried to keep in the forefront of my mind. Saying hard rain doesn't mean the clouds will stay. Knows I won't listen much anyway. I won't listen much anyway. See the water, feel the wind blow. The river never flows too slow. The river never flows too slow. See the water, feel the wind blow. The river never flows too slow. The river never flows too slow. You see the water, feel the wind blow. We go out to the forest when everybody else is asleep. Lay low between the evergreens, pine needles underneath our feet. There's a road that winds around the coast and a bridge out to the islands. Thought we'd end the year out here, the moon so near. I guess there's always next year. There's always next year. See the water, feel the wind blow. The river never flows too slow. The river never flows too slow. See the water, feel the wind blow. The river never flows too slow. The river never flows too slow.
This next track popped up on Shuffle the other day on my phone, Rambling Man by Laura Marling, from what I think was her second album in 2010, I Speak Because I Can. It's a great track, so I thought I'd play it for you.
Oh, naive little me, asking what things you have seen. And you're vulnerable in your head. You're screaming your wail till you're dead. Creatures veiled by night, following things that aren't right. And they're tired and they need to be led. Well, you're screaming your wail till you're dead. But give me to a rambling man, let it always be known that I was who I am. We're beaten, battered, and cold. My children will live just to grow old. But if I sit here and weep, I'll be blown over by the slightest of breeze. And the weak need to be led, and the tender are carried to their bed. And it's melancholy fair, and I'll be damned if I'll be found there. But give me to a rambling man, let it always be known that I was who I am. It's funny how the first chords that you come to are the minor notes that come to serenade you. And it's hard to accept yourself as someone you don't desire, as someone you don't want to be. Oh, give me to a rambling man, and let it always be known that I was who I am. Oh, give me to a rambling man, and let it always be known that I was who I am.
Next, a track from Talisk. Were they playing at Celtic Connections? They usually are. This is quite an early one from 2016 from their album Abyss. They're such a big festival hit these days, and they're rather more full-on, perhaps you could say, than they sound on this particular track. But it's a lovely one. It's called Echo. A while ago I played you a track by Catherine Priddy and Simon Armitage. Music by Catherine and words, of course, by the poet laureate himself, Simon Armitage. Here's another track they've released. It's called Daybreaker.
Lost in the dark since November, living by sound and by touch, watching the clock going nowhere, sleeping too much. Cold black crows on the rooftops, oh, icicles hanging from stars, and Blue Monday stuck on a jukebox down in the singles bar. She's leaving a town called Midnight. She's leaving a house called Snow. The sun's climbing over the skyline. She's ready to go. Frost engraving the windows, oh, cold biting into the bone. Winter's the season of widows, turning our hearts to stone. Then suddenly everything's golden. There's a phoenix perched in a tree. There's a hot air balloon in the garden, ready to float free. She's leaving a town called Midnight. She's leaving a house called Snow. The sun's climbing over the skyline. She's ready to go. One butterfly tipping the balance, an army of light on the march. The dawn setting fire to the palace with its burning a river of heat on the high street, swallows back from abroad. The morning, walking in bare feet down a warm road.
I said earlier that we'd have a track by Trip. This is the second time I've played their new single, The 50 Reels. And as I said last time, I'm really looking forward to a new album from them perhaps this year. Such a great track that. Really hope you enjoyed hearing it again. It has just struck me, though, that there hasn't been very much traditional music on tonight's show, whatever traditional music actually consists of. But I'm finishing tonight with a bit of an epic version of a traditional song, albeit in an early folk rock context. It's A Sailor's Life by Fairport Convention from their 1969 album Unhalf Bricking. And this was really the first time that Dave Swarbrick joined the band, and they more or less improvised this 11-minute version of the song in the studio. This sets us up nicely for next week, because next week's show has a theme of ships and sailing. If you've got any ideas about songs with a nautical theme, do get in touch. Don't forget you can email folkshow@manxradio.com. Also, don't forget you can listen to this show again at the Manx Radio website. You can download the podcast on Apple Podcasts and listen to it on YouTube. And at the Manx Radio website, every single folk show that I've presented is there as a podcast for you to listen to. I don't suggest doing it all in one session. So I'll be back next week to play you more great folk and roots music with a nautical flavour from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. And I hope you'll join me then.
A sailor's life, it is a merry life. He robs young girls of their heart's delight, leaving them behind to weep and mourn. They never know when they will return. Well, there's 24, all in a row. My true love he makes the finest show. He's proper tall, genteel withal, and if I don't have him, I'll have none at all. Oh, Father, build for me a bonny boat, that on the wide ocean I may float, and every queen ship that we pass by, there I'll inquire for my sailor boy. sweet will your